Nobody loves the morning like I do. I opened one eye at sunrise, then opened up the other one. The room was warm, the bed was perfect, but outside waited all that sun. I gave the biggest yawn in Europe, stretched until my back went round, then shook the dreams out of my ears and placed 4 paws upon the ground. The human said he's finally waking, like they had caught me sleeping late. But I had plans to greet the morning before it reached the garden gate. Wind from the water, light through the trees, so many stories are carried on the breeze. Nobody loves the morning like I do. I taste the salt, I smell the blue, I hear the gulls discuss the weather, like they've got important work to do. Nobody loves the morning like I do. I chase the sunlight as it moves. You can keep your clocks and coffee, I've got the whole wide morning to approve. I checked the flowers by the doorway, then inspected every stone. Found a place where something interesting had clearly passed while I was home. The neighbor's cat crossed through my garden without permission. Naturally, I let her go without a warning, because this morning belongs to peace. She stopped and gave me one slow glance, as if to say, how very kind. I wagged my tail and turned away, the better creature in my mind. Lemon blossom, fresh cut grass, every little fragrance deserves a proper sniff as it passes. Nobody loves the morning like I do. I taste the salt, I smell the blue, I hear the gulls discuss the weather, like they've got important work to do. Nobody loves the morning like I do. I chase the sunlight as it moves. You can keep your clocks and coffee, I've got the whole wide morning to approve. The postman came along the sidewalk, I greeted him beside the wall. He said, "You're up unusually early." I chose to overlook it all. I showed him where the gate was waiting, then walked him halfway down the street. He thanked me for my fine assistance, though he never offered me a treat. Beyond the roofs, the sea was shining, the gulls went sailing through the air. The warm and sour scent of lemons was floating absolutely everywhere. I stood beneath the open sunlight and listened to the whole town start. Every bell and wave and bicycle was keeping rhythm with my heart. Humans think they own the mornings because they wake and make a plan, but they miss half the information that a clever nose can understand. They see the light across the water, I smell where every breeze has been. They hear one gull above the harbor, I hear an entire conversation begin. Nobody loves the morning like I do. Soft grass below, white sky above. The sea breeze brings 1,000 stories, and everyone smells full of love. Nobody loves the morning like I do. I taste the salt, I smell the blue. I greet the cats, the gulls, the postman, and every flower shining through. Nobody loves the morning like I do. I'm first to find the brightest view. They may say I spend my life asleep, but no one enjoys a day like I do. Wind in my ears, sun on my nose. I follow the morning wherever it goes. See in the distance, lemons nearby. Today is going to be a good day. I can smell it in the sky. Nobody loves the morning like I do. Today is going to be a good day. Before the busy people wake, I take the long way by the harbor, tail held high above the stone. White boats rocking in the water, like they're stretching on their own. The bakery door slowly opening, warm bread drifting through the street. I give the man my sweetest greeting, then sit politely by his feet. He knows the rules, he breaks a corner, leaves it where I'm sure to see. I act like I was not expecting breakfast by the shining sea. The gulls are calling, the bells begin, the whole blue town is letting morning in. Done. The morning belongs to us before the crowded day begins. A little shade, a little fish, a little salt wind on our whiskers. Every doorway, every view, every chair painted white and blue. The morning belongs to us, and we've got nothing else to do. The sunlight stretched by the sea, this little coastal town was clearly made for me. My friend is sleeping by the cafe, flat beneath the yellow chair. She opens one eye when I pass her, then decides she doesn't care. Another cat beside the fountain rolls around upon his back, yawns so wide the whole town sees it, then returns to his morning nap. A striped one walks along the seawall, following a butterfly. He nearly slips, then acts like clearly that was planned the whole entire time. No one is rushing, no one is late. We let the sunlight tell us when to wake. The morning belongs to us, to every cat beneath the sun. We walk the walls, we watch the waves, we know exactly how it's done. The morning belongs to us before the crowded day begins. A little shade, a little fish, a little salt wind on our whiskers. Every doorway, every view, every chair painted white and blue. The morning belongs to us, and we've got nothing else to do. I wander through the flowered alleys, past the windows opening wide. A woman waters red geraniums, then leaves a little bowl outside. I stop to drink per to show I'll stay. Down the hill, the market's waking. Crates of lemons line the square. Every corner holds a story. Every breeze brings something rare. A child waves from a blue balcony. I answer with a quiet sound. This is how I know the people who belong to our small town. People think they own the morning with their coffee, maps and plans, but we know how to truly live it with the sunlight in our hands. We do not need a destination. We don't hurry toward the day. Every warm stone is a kingdom. Every street becomes our way. The morning belongs to us, softly glowing by the shore. One cat dreaming in the sunshine, one cat waiting by a door. The morning belongs to us in every peaceful little sound. The waves below, the gulls above, and paws upon the ground. Stretch in the sunlight, walk by the blue, find a warm window and take in the view. Follow the sea breeze, go where it goes. The town has 1,000 good places to doze. The morning belongs to us, to every cat beneath the sun. We greet the boats, we claim the chairs, we make the waking hours more fun. The morning belongs to us, from harbor steps to cafe doors. A little milk, a little breeze, and warm light on the tiled floors. Every rooftop, every view, every wall painted white and blue. The morning belongs to us, and every lovely corner too. Purr by the window, yawn by the sea, walk through the harbor, wild and free. Sleep in the flowers, dream in the sun. Morning is ours till the whole day has begun. The morning belongs to us before the busy people wake, and after they do, we probably go back to sleep. I'm making breakfast before you wake, trying not to let the coffee cup shake. The morning slips across the counter, golden through the open blinds. I move quietly through the kitchen while you're still lost in sleep upstairs. Bread is warming in the oven, coffee's filling up the room. Outside the little boats are moving underneath a pale blue moon. I slice peaches by the window, set 2 plates beside the sea. Every simple thing feels sweeter when I'm making it for you and me. I don't need candles, I don't need roses. Love is sometimes found in the quietest moments. I'm making breakfast before you wake, pouring my heart into everything I make. Coffee and sunlight, warm bread for 2, a little seaside morning waiting for you. I'm making breakfast before you wake, saving the best part of the pastry on your plate. Nothing grand, nothing new, just one more way to say I love you. Morning for 2, coffee for 2, all of this sunlight waiting for you. I Place a lemon by the flowers, fold the napkins once then twice. Taste the jam and add a little, because I know you like it sweet. A gull calls out beyond the terrace, the curtain lifts and settles down. The whole small kitchen smells like summer, while the harbor wakes below the town. I hear the floorboards in the hallway, then your footsteps near the door. I turn around and there you're standing, sleepy-eyed and wanting more. You say, what's the occasion? I say, nothing at all, just another morning. And that's reason enough. I made you breakfast before you woke. Coffee, warm bread, and a little hopeful note. Sunlight and peaches, a table for two. A quiet seaside morning made for you. I made you breakfast before you woke. You laughed and wrapped me in your old blue coat. Nothing grand, nothing new, just one more way to say I love you. Maybe love is not a promise written somewhere in the sky. Maybe love is knowing how you take your coffee every time. Maybe home is not a building. Maybe home is something small, like hearing you say good morning from the other side of the hall. Breakfast before you wake, sunlight resting on your face, the ocean moving soft and blue, and me right here beside you. I made you breakfast before you woke. Now we're sharing every crumb and every joke. Coffee and sunlight, warm bread for two. This little morning tastes better with you. I made you breakfast before you woke. You kissed my forehead through the rising coffee smoke. Nothing grand, nothing new, just one more beautiful morning with you. I was making breakfast before you woke, but somehow you were already dreaming of me. I got off one stop early, and the whole day opened up. The train was full of tired faces, coffee cups and folded news. Everybody rode in silence, wearing Monday-colored shoes. I saw the ocean through the window, just a silver line of blue. Then the doors opened at the next stop, and I did what I don't usually do. I stepped out with no good reason, no appointment, no delay. Just a little voice that told me, take the longer way today. One street over, past the signs, the city kept its schedule, but the morning became mine. I got off one stop early, let the sea breeze set the pace. Found a little extra sunlight that the train would never chase. One stop early, nothing missing, nothing late. Sometimes taking the long way gets you where you need to be in better shape. I got off one stop early, and the whole day found a groove. Funny what a different sidewalk can remind your heart to do. One stop early, one step lighter, one small morning getting brighter. There was music from a doorway, someone sweeping to the beat. A delivery bike went ringing past the flowers in the street. A man was painting one blue table outside a cafe by the shore. He said, careful, careful, it is still wet. Then painted one small corner more. Two women laughed beneath the striped shade. A little dog inspected me. I bought a peach from a market stand and ate it walking by the sea. Juice ran down across my fingers. I had nowhere else to be. For 7 quiet golden minutes, the morning belonged to me. No big plan, no grand escape, just a different turn and a little room to breathe. I got off one stop early, let the sea breeze set the pace. Found a little extra sunlight that the train would never chase. One stop early, nothing missing, nothing late. Sometimes taking the long way gets you where you need to be in better shape. I got off one stop early and the whole day found a groove. Funny what a different sidewalk can remind your heart to do. One stop early, one step lighter, one small morning getting brighter. By the time I reached the office, everybody checked the clock. Someone asked me why I looked like I had taken some long walk. I said maybe I discovered there are mornings hiding near. You just have to miss your station or ignore the voice of fear. Then I opened all the curtains, put some music on down low. Even numbers on a Monday had a little room to flow. At lunch I drew a tiny circle on the map beside the bay, just to mark the place where nothing changed and everything changed my day. We keep waiting for a holiday, for a ticket or a sign, for permission to feel different from the life already mine. But joy can live between 2 stations, in a peach, a breeze, a street. Sometimes all a day is asking is a different pair of feet. Left foot, right foot, let the morning swing. No rush, no race, hear the whole street sing. One turn, one change, one small change of view. The city stayed the same, but I came back new. I got off one stop early while the town was waking slow. Found a softer kind of rhythm on a road I didn't know. One stop early, just enough to change the view. Sometimes taking the long way brings the shortest path to you. I got off one stop early, let the sea breeze set the pace. Found a little extra sunlight that the train would never chase. One stop early, nothing missed and nothing late. Sometimes taking the long way gets you where you need to be in better shape. I got off one stop early and the whole day found a groove. Funny what a different sidewalk can remind your heart to do. One stop early, one step lighter, one small morning getting brighter. One stop early, blue sky above me, no big reason, just because it called me. Tomorrow I might miss 2 stops. Up before the mailman today, so don't call me sleepy. They say I sleep through every morning. They say I'm always last to rise. But I was up before the curtains, before the sunlight reached their eyes. I stretched my paws across the carpet, gave one yawn from head to tail, then ran outside and into the garden just in time to greet the mail. I circled twice around the lemon tree, checked the gate and checked the wall. The morning smelled too good for sleeping, so I decided to inspect it all. Salt on the wind, grass under me, the whole bright morning smelled wild and free. Up before the mailman today, I was running while the town was waking. Up before the mailman today, every little leaf was shaking. Sea in the breeze, sun on my face, I was the first happy dog in the place. They say I'm always sleeping the day away, but I was up before the mailman today. The usual cat crossed through my garden, like the path belonged to her. I watched her stroll beneath the flowers with that calm, superior purr. I could have barked and chased her, I could have made a grand display, but I was feeling very generous on such a lovely morning day. She looked at me, I looked at her, we reached a temporary peace. Then she continued toward the harbor, and I returned to smelling trees. Lemon in the air goes overhead, too many beautiful things to stay in bed. Up before the mailman today, I was running while the town was waking. Up before the mailman today, every little leaf was shaking. Sea in the breeze, sun on my face, I was the first happy dog in the place. They say I'm always sleeping the day away, but I was up before the mailman today. The gulls were having conversations far above the garden gate. I couldn't understand their language, but they sounded in a happy state. The waves sent up a salty message, the lemon blossoms answered sweet. The bakery down the seaside road added warm bread to the morning breeze. I ran one final garden circle, then stood proudly by the door. Nobody saw my great adventure, so I might have to do it once more. People think that waking early means you're rushing somewhere fast. I woke early just to notice every smell and sound that passed. Morning isn't only sunrise, morning lives inside your nose. In the sea, the grass, the lemon trees, and every place the good wind blows. Up before the mailman today, I was outside before the bells were ringing. Up before the mailman today, and the whole blue coast was singing. Up before the mailman today, I was running while the town was waking. Up before the mailman today, even sleepy dogs are full of surprises. Sea in the breeze, sun on my face, I was the happiest dog in the place. They say I'm always sleeping the day away, but I was up before the mailman today. Maybe I'll take a little nap now.